Good morning. Holy crap. Are we ready for some spoilers? And remember, don't forget to be awesome. Good morning. I'm normally a night guy. You all know this. So we're waking up here. I'm joined by TCGDude. He's floating around.
Yes, floating around in this cup
That's what
of
I'm
coffee.
saying, Cosmic. That's what I'm saying, Cosmic. But no, we're going to catch these spoilers live. Hell yeah. I think I'll have all of like an hour, maybe two. Yeah, Cowboy said weird. Don't worry, guys. We're going to be here for a while. We actually have about 10 minutes until the debut, which is not showing up on Twitch, but is showing up on
YouTube
here on ye old YouTubes. So yeah. Well, good morning, everyone. I actually do have coffee. I can't drink it hot, so I got some ice in that Biznatural, so we're good. Right?
Hell yeah.
Oh, hey. Yeah, you got a purple drink. Nice, dude. I'm out. I'm also tired of getting them all freaking flat, you know?
Dude, that's the worst. Where's my carbonation?
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I shouldn't have it, but at the same time, it's like, you know, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, settle in, guys.
We're going to be here for a while.
Well, I don't know if... Wait, what?
We're going to be here for a while.
A while?
Yeah, a while.
You mean a while?
A while.
A while.
A while.
A while.
A while.
A while.
Brian, you're acting weird.
Oh, come on. That one doesn't even have an H in it.
That's right. It's weird. Oh, yeah.
Weird. What are we doing here?
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
Outlaws.
Good morning, everyone. Happy to be here.
Oh, yeah. Hold on
Hanging out with the one and only Mr. DJ Longhair for some previews.
Previews! Good morning! I know. I was like, how am I supposed to be right now? I don't know!
So how do you want your coffee? A little cream, a little sugar, and previews.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I need over ice and black. Oh man, yeah, no, I'm just trying to wake up. Come on, wake up, bro. Okay.
No, I did my first closing shift yesterday, like not ever, but like, you know, for this gig, I've been doing like morning kind of thing. And so I did the switch over to night yesterday, and it, you know, having to wake up here this morning kind of immediately after being home, you know, I'm participating, class. I promise.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
I'm
kidding.
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, it'll be all right, baby. You know, it's just a little adjustment, like my coffee, like I'm in. Like my man.
Oh man, no, it was funny too because like my dad, I think, just watched Crank 2 for the first time, and I'm like, what, with a shotgun in it?
Hell yeah! I saw Crank number 1, but I didn't see number 2.
Oh, 2 was fun. I don't know if it was more fun than 1. I don't know. I don't know.
I like the concept of the movie.
Yeah, I know, right? Juggalokev, you're like, if there was a way to do EBT, dude, I'd be able to catch up a little bit. Damn.
I would gladly trade some food stamps for Magic cards. Let's go.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, no, they're really, really anal over here in Cali. So it's like, bro, they wanted like down to like, did you recycle a single can? They're like,
oh my
yeah,
God.
for reporter's income. Like, I was like, no, we're not doing all that. So they cut me back like massively. It was like, I think since I'm single or whatever, it's like $290 or something like that, right? Which seems like a lot, but no, it ain't nothing, dude. Here, that's 2 grocery trips if you're like go extremely light. But now it's like 144 or some crap. And dude, that's like 1 visit. And you're like, oh, you know, I get to get some stuff. And then you're like, I got to go put back a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
You know?
right. I'm gonna
It's
get a
just like, come
smaller
on,
cart
man.
next time.
Yeah. You're like, oh yeah, balling. You know, I'm hood rich. Let's go. You know, and then friggin' you get up there and you're just like all embarrassed. Like, I gotta put back that one. Damn it.
Oh man. That's the
Yeah,
worst.
exactly. It's like, bro. Well, I did want kind of cheese about to be back here in 2 days. Oh man, you know, hell yeah. Well, welcome everyone. Waking up here. We got K Torque in the house. TCGDude, who's that guy? Oh snap! We got Brian Giles. Oh, Brian Giles. I can't even talk today. Where'd you go, bro? You were right here. There it is. Brian Giles.
Have no fear, students. Because I am here.
Yup. I gotta figure out one for Cosmic and Juggalokev. Oh snap! Zombies here. Wow! I got to bring out an oldie. Nice. There you are, zombie.
I am a zombie. I am a zombie. I am a zombie.
I am a zombie. I am a zombie. I am a zombie.
That's right. All right, we got about 4 more minutes, and it's so funny how this person is trying so hard to get a southern accent. It's like, just stop, girl. Just stop. It's so funny. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cue that puppy up. Apparently, it's not showing on Twitch, so I don't know what's up there, but we might have to flip between the two for sure. Okay, share screen. Do the thing.
Rick.
Oh man, why you gotta mess with me, audio? Hold on, guys. Boo. It seems like it's okay. Check 1, 2. Say something, TCG dude.
Testing. I'm a dude.
Oh no, I gotta reset it. You're all staticky. Hold on.
I'm still a dude though. That's cool. Oh goodness. Hope everyone's having a good morning.
All right, I think I'm good now. I can hear you. It was just like, yeah, no, it's my the audio thing is all. I'm like, oh man. All right, here we go. Try this again. God. Okay, go over to there, and yeah, this riveting trailer. You got it. Oh, dude, it's epic.
Attention Outlaws. Grab your crew because we're heading to Magic's newest plane, chock full of the most wanted villains from all across the multiverse. Join our debut for Outlaws of Thunder Junction, streaming on YouTube and Twitch, Tuesday, March 26th at 9 a.m. We'll see you there.
Oh, yeah. That's Twitch TV/official magic or Twitch.tv. Not official magic online. Ew. All right. Da-da-da-da. There we go. How is it that MTG Goldfish has more viewers on their debut of the Magic thing than Magic themselves? That's hilarious. All right, cool. Oh no! Oh no!
All right, 1 minute.
There we go.
1 minute.
I can hear you now.
Oh, hey, Silence. What's up, Mr. Tyranny? Welcome back. How you doing? Daniel Edwards, what's good? Another moment. MTG, what are you doing, brother? A computer voice would have had more soul and passion. I know, right? Yeah, it's been a minute, bro. You're muted.
You're down.
Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you, Salmonella. We hear you. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You probably turn that up. I got a.
All right, let me work on the volume. Hold on.
Yeah, there you go. That's hell yeah, bro. It's a lot more manageable.
It was just like, oh, you're like, ah.
Oh man, I did that to my boss the other day at work. We have a huge speaker. I think it's like, I don't know, 60 watts or something. It's nice for a kitchen speaker, right? And we usually bang it at about level 14, maybe 13.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I didn't know because I'm the new guy that the volume knob is broken basically on the speaker, and so you do it on your phone. And so I tried to turn it down in front of my boss. She's standing there right in front of the speaker, bro. And it just goes max volume. Like it just went from somebody humming to somebody screaming in your ear.
Oh God.
I felt so bad. This was like, oh my God, power button.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So I can flip between this and the Twitch if you guys want the Twitch one. Oh,
Twitch
bro,
chat's always pretty fire.
Yeah. All right, let me go there. There goes my sound again.
View comparison is. Also, we're not going to get hit with mid-rolls on YouTube Premium or YouTube on your end there. Which technically I could stream that without rad rolls, but we're going to trust ye old Twitch here to give us what we want, what we need. Un momento, he says.
My sound system doesn't want to be awake. I don't blame it. It keeps cutting out on me. All right, we'll get the audio back up here on ye old Twitch. Oh, he's got a little Spanish guitar in there. Ooh,
that's pretty wicked.
Well, so far the music I heard is better than the whole story.
That's right. Put that on wax, son. It's gonna make millions.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's true. It is true. There you go, reprints of Jank Canyon. Nice.
That's right, Millmaster. Always remember the Alamo.
Yeah.
Yo, it's like shitty Diablo 2 music. I was honestly low-key thinking to myself, yeah, this is that flea market Diablo music.
No, this is the Western Diablo music. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that the guitar's going off, dude. I gotta give props where props are due.
It's I actually like it. I like it. I think Justin was harshing on it a little. He's memeing. He's doing what the show is
what we're supposed to do. I know. I'm just like, whoa. Did you see that? They like flash. Like, here's Blake.
It did. Oh my goodness. It was really
like, whoa, dude. my feeble morning brain. Oh my God.
somebody's getting fired on their end. Or a week off unpaid.
No, it's just, you know, they're trying to build up hype, so they're doing the old Fight Club, you know, clips.
Right.
Wait, did I just see a? Just kidding.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
Over here. The shoes.
It's good to be wanted. They say keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But on Thunder Junction, friends and enemies are one and the same. Being an outlaw is more honest. The chance for power, infamy, and magic puts everyone on the same page.
Oh, it's my girl. Wouldn't they be turned to stone already?
And while you can't trust
Okay.
anyone to watch your back,
Right.
at least you can pay them to.
Thunder Bones!
Back out.
All right,
Dude.
I have a thought on this already, but I'm gonna wait to say it until this is over.
This is the land of opportunity. And if you take advantage, it has
What the
everything
little
you ever wanted.
fingers?
Rustle some trouble.
Welcome to Thunder Junction. A rowdy town full of outlaws and crime. Everything you'd
It
expect.
was
from Magic's
Borderlands
first Western
commercial.
themed card
That's
set.
what that felt like, bro.
Thanks to the Omen Paths, outlaws are pouring into Thunder Junction from all over the multiverse. Used to be only special folks called planeswalkers could do that.
No, they
Now,
did mean special
everybody's
as in.
getting in
Never
on the
mind.
action. I do mean everybody.
See, she's out doing
Things
me.
get rambunctious around these
Oh,
parts
God,
with so
so
many
bad.
travelers
Cringe.
from all over looking to make their fortune. Or take the fortune that someone else already made. Whichever's easiest. Either way, you best watch
Kitty.
your step. Everyone loves a good villain, and Thunder Junction has no shortage of them. In fact, we've got bad guys from every plane you can imagine. And the leader of this group of miscreants is a troublemaker who is often
do
on
like,
the wrong side of the law.
The ecosystem, like, you know, how the geography looks.
Oko.
Yeah.
He rustled himself up a crew of the biggest and baddest outlaws from across the multiverse for a heist he's planning. He claims it's going to be the biggest job on any plane.
Oh my god.
He's got a big mouth.
It's freaking
Yes,
Ocean's
Dirty man.
12.
Wait. Wrong team.
It's
Wrong
all the
team.
mighty barely begins to cover this fella.
There we go.
Tiny Bones,
Right.
pickpocket,
But Oko is
master
pretty much
thief and
George
family
Clooney
man
in
from the
here.
swamps of
Right? It's
Furboard.
Ocean's
Mm.
11.
You don't want your stuff
It's
around
the
him,
biggest
you'll find
heist
yourself
ever
left
in the
with nothing but your
multiverse.
skin. And being a skeleton and all, might help himself to that too. Next, he nabbed
Interesting.
Annie Flash, the veteran. She has one angelic eye that makes her a crack
Ooh.
shot. But that's about the only
Cool.
thing about her you might describe as angelic. She has a real bone to pick with, well, just about everyone. Sad thing is, she's the closest thing to a conscience in Oko's gang. Then again,
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
exactly what you might call a high bar. Next, we got
Yeah, not
Vraska,
exactly a high
Savage,
bar.
former planeswalker, former guildmaster, and currently one very dangerous Gorgon. I hear tell she's a double
Also,
agent
one
in Oko's
badass
gang.
fish.
I don't know for sure. That's another thing you ought to know about Thunder Junction. Loyalty's hard to come by. And finally, there's the big guy, Rakdos, the muscle. Maybe you've heard
Yeah,
about
buddy.
his cult back on Ravnica. The big guy himself makes pain circuses look like regular circuses. Anyway, his reason for joining Oko's gang
That
was
was
pretty simple.
horrible
He
writing.
just wants some entertainment.
Yeah.
And by entertainment,
Definitely
I
written
reckon
by
he
AI,
means
you can
beating
tell.
the tar out
Yeah.
of anyone in his way. If things go like Oko's hoping, he'll get his wish. Nothing says bad guy like a wanted poster. And this new card style can
Legendary
be found
Oh,
on
look
each
good.
member of Oko's
Okay.
crew.
Benson says.
Which brings us to a new mechanic in Thunder Junction we call Outlaw. Assassins,
no, not a
mercenaries,
new
pirates,
mechanic.
rogues, and warlocks are all outlaws.
Oh
They're
my.
not
Oh
big
no,
on the
it's
law,
the
but
party
they're big
mechanic
on the opportunities
again.
Thunder Junction
But
offers.
But not
We
the
got
party
plenty more
community.
here.
Oh, I'm a hot pocket. Let's go.
Now that you got the lay of the land, you're going to want to do what everyone else in Thunder Junction does. Come up with a plot. Cards with a plot mechanic can be exiled from your hand.
That's your
face
job
up
to
for
come
a
up with the
cost.
plot.
Cast
We
for
just
free
play
on
the
a later
game.
turn. Convenient for those
Yeah.
late game plans you might be hatching.
Oh, there you go.
Slick Shot Show Off is perfect to store on the side until later so you can surprise your opponent with haste and a power buff for
Uh-huh.
all non-creature spells that come after it. You
That's
might not
similar to
think we got
Foretell.
much in the way of laws out in Thunder
Yep.
Junction, but we got a few.
Look at
For instance,
Foretell,
targeting
not
your
Foretell.
opponents,
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
stuff and or graveyard is referred to as a crime. But here's a tip. Just because they're called crimes doesn't mean
Foretell
anyone will stop you
too.
from committing one.
Yeah.
And in fact,
You
crime
need to hire me.
pays.
God.
Free Strider Lookout allows you
This
to
ain't
look at
your
the top
mama's
5 cards of
Foretell.
your library when you commit
That's
a
right.
crime. And put a land
This
card
card
from
wasn't
among
made
them
in New
onto the
York
battlefield
City.
tapped. Hard Bristle
You
Bandit
city
is a
slickers
2-drop
think
that
you know
taps
what
for mana
Foretell
and
is.
untap each time
Yeah,
commit
you
a
don't
crime
even
once per turn.
know.
Magda the Horde Master will tip you a tapped treasure for committing a crime.
Hey
Turn
now.
in 3 treasures and she'll rustle you up your very own 4/4 red
A
scorpion
Dragon. That's
with
dope.
flying and haste.
What? What?
And Gisa,
Wow.
the Hellraiser, true
Oh,
to
yes.
her name, allows you to
That's
create
funny.
2-tap, 2/2 blue and black zombie rogue creature tokens whenever you commit a crime. This mythic outlaw not only creates additional creatures, but she even buffs them too. It's no wonder she's got a wanted price on her
She
head.
does what to him?
Most abilities that
Oh.
reward you for crime trigger only once each turn, but a single crime sets all of them off. Fill your board with outlaws and you'll be in for a raucous time. In Thunder
ruckus.
Junction, the cunning really can have it all. While you're here, why not go on a spree? Cards
Oh,
with
boy.
spree are modal instant and sorceries that have a menu of options, each with an additional cost. The more you choose, the better results you get. The first option of Unfortunate Accident allows you to destroy a target creature, and you can follow it up by creating a 1/1 red mercenary creature token. But maybe you want your crime spree to be more lucrative and less tying someone to the train tracks. The first option of Great Train
Spree is
Heist
just
untaps
kicker.
all your creatures, perfect for getting your
It's a little
posse
plus
together.
sign up there.
Crafted during your combat to set up a
Yeah.
second swipe at the loot,
So it's
not to mention your opponent's life total.
base?
Then you can follow it up with buffing those creatures as they prepare for the heist. And lastly, to ensure the success of your stick-up, you get to ride away with newly created treasure tokens. Take your pick or choose all 3. That's the excitement of going on a spree. Of course, once you finish your crime spree, you're going to want to get out of Thunder Junction for a spell before all that law-breaking blows back on you. You don't want to die standing up. What you'll need is something with a little giddy-up. Luckily, we've got you covered. Mounts are creatures that get a bonus if
really?
battle.
They want you to mount the
Saddle is an
Gitrog.
ability mounts have. Have any number of other creatures you control with total power N or more, and the mount becomes saddled until end of turn. But look out when saddling a mount as dangerous as the Gitrog Ravenous Ride. With great sacrifice comes great reward, so rider beware. And speaking of things to look out for, where else could Thunder Junction
Product
make a splash
placement.
than on the frontier of the Commander Battlefield?
Well, it's all product placement, but
game
yes.
experience
I know.
There are 12 bounty cards that are shuffled together and placed in the middle of the table. At the
Oh,
beginning of the 3rd turn, the top bounty card is revealed. Each bounty lays out how you go about collecting the reward. The first
Okay.
reward creates a treasure token
Interesting.
and increases
It's a
each
little
turn
plane
it
chase.
goes unclaimed, right up to a maximum reward
Essentially.
of 2 treasures and drawing a card. That's a mighty fine deal.
oh God.
There are some real scoundrels in these commander decks.
Yeah.
You ever wanted to play as
So-
nothing but the bad guys? The most wanted commander deck might be right for you.
There it is,
This
Olivia.
deck's got it all.
Why did
so
you put
long
white
as
in there?
all doesn't include anyone you trust to hold your ice cream cone. It features mercenaries, rogues, assassins, pirates, and
Jesus.
warlocks.
God.
Beat up your opponents and make a quick
But
buck on the way.
hold on. But
Olivia, Opulent Outlaw,
Outlaws
allows you
and
to
the
create a
Cowboys,
treasure
it's all
token whenever
outside in the
one or
desert.
more outlaws you
Vampires
control
can't be in
deal
the sun.
combat damage to someone. And then use that treasure
Yeah.
to put
It's
one
a
more counter
contradiction,
creatures
lad.
in control. Crime is a vicious cycle. In Thunder Junction, you're either quick or you're dead. Put some giddy up and go in your step with the quick draw commander deck.
little
It
giddy up and
combines the
go in my
classic
cup here.
blue-red magic archetype
Yeah,
with
right.
a gunslinger aesthetic that's slicker than an oil spill. Fire off instants and sorceries
My
before whoever's
goodness.
across the table from you has a clue what's happening. Stella Lee Wildcard rewards you
Justin,
for casting
she's
your
a
second
daywalker,
spell each
like
turn,
Blade.
letting you exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. And if you cast 3 spells in a turn,
I cat.
you may tap Stillily in order to copy an instant or sorcery spell you control. It's not all violence and destruction out here.
No, we're just
Why not?
good old spell
But there's
copying
beauty, too.
cowboys and
The Desert
cowgirls.
Bloom Commander deck will make you
Yeah.
feel like you're in the arid plains surrounding Thunder Junction. Use it to
Yuma.
discard and sacrifice
You will be
land.
sad you
Popular
challenge
theme
me.
in brand new colors. Each land card in your graveyard makes Yuma cheaper to recruit. Yuma turns your excess lands into more cards.
Yeah, well,
Desert
exactly.
Guard hits the
Gunslinger.
graveyard,
How?
You'll inherit a 4/2 plant warrior token with reach to protect. Adorable.
All right, we
And
do got the
finally,
desert support though,
Commander
as
deck
predicted.
for those with sticky
Yo.
fingers who just can't help themselves.
Gonti,
Grand
all right,
Larceny
some
is a
Aetherborn
black-green
support.
blue deck that focuses on casting spells you don't own. Cheaper than
Mm.
casting the spells you
So
do own.
stealing other
With
people's
Gonti, the
spells.
Canny Acquisitor.
Wow, what a
Whenever one or
interesting deck.
more of your creatures
archetype.
deals damage to a player, you can look at the top card of
Hey,
their
look at that. It
library
says
and
on the
exile
top
it
of
face
the
down.
box.
You may play
Steals
that card while it
cards,
remains
generate
exiled
mana.
using mana of any
Ooh,
type.
boy.
Gonti's ability also lets you reduce
Yeah.
the cost of those spells you cast but don't own by 1. Getting to play your opponent's cards at a discount? Not a bad deal.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh, here we go. I like this animation. The standoff.
Goes all look deep into my chest. What?
Yeah. Look deep into my one eye.
Word has it that Kellen the Kid has been following his father across the multiverse, all the way from Eldraine. Was Oko more than he bargained for? I doubt it. He
Kellen
must
just
have
dropped
been
his
son,
red
but only
mana.
time will tell if he really belongs to Oko's band of outlaws. Which brings us to our ringleader, Oko. Kellen's dad and gang boss to those miscreants I introduced you to earlier. He passed through Eldraine too.
Those miscreants.
Only I get the impression they weren't too sorry to see the backside of him. When Kellen first
Wait,
showed
what?
up, Oko acted the part of the loving father, but he's only looking to get whatever he wants. And his son isn't the only thing returning from the past.
Those treatments and arts
Oko likes
actually
to
are pretty
celebrate
nice.
his old influence in high
Oh,
style.
there you go.
And so do we.
Nice.
Every pack
Okay.
of Thunder Junction has a breaking news card, a new treatment exclusively for crimes.
That's
There's
not
one
bad
in
though.
every play booster with foils.
Mana
appearing
drain,
in
there we
play
go.
and collector boosters.
And
And we've also got textured foils of the mythic breaking news cards with a unique
Textured.
textured gloss varnish and black raised foil. You can physically feel the treatment on the card.
Oh
These
wow.
only come as a collector
I can
booster
feel the
exclusive.
card.
You can feel Oko's all his chestises.
Oko's next big score is
Let me
whatever's in
feel
the
his
vault. But
absent
even with the baddest gang of outlaws he's put
God.
together, it's going to be a tough job. Still, it isn't much good assembling a crew of legendary criminals from throughout the multiverse if you don't even try to break into an equally legendary vault. I'm betting it won't be long before Oko makes his move. The prize is worth it, I
Until
reckon.
Captain Borderlands
The
makes
vault
his
Ooh,
move.
Dino.
contains 30 extra cards that can be found in play and collector boosters. These cards also come in their own special vault treatment. Vault treatment cards can
Ooh,
be
that
opened
orb is
only
rude.
in collector boosters.
Yeah.
5 vault cards have a raised foil eclipse treatment.
Ooh.
Frames of these foils are also raised. Our booster fund doesn't end there, though. Special guests
No, they
are
said the
returning
name.
in Outlaws
Nice.
and Junction. Non-foils will be available in play boosters with foil versions.
I
in
definitely take
collector
her to the
boosters.
saloon.
That's right. Yeah, same here, Brandon.
Well, stranger, I think you're just about ready to make a name for yourself in Thunder Junction. Your crime spree
lands
is
are
just
pretty.
getting started. Saddle up to your local game store for pre-release starting the weekend.
I
of
like how
April 12th,
Fibble
and on Arena April 16th.
lost in the back.
Otherwise, we'll see
Yeah.
you on April 19th.
He's, like,
when
permanently
Thunder Junction
lost.
will be available everywhere. And if you're curious about how things shake out between Oko and Kellen, story episodes are currently online.
Oh, don't. Just
Remember,
don't. If
keep
you
your
want to
guard
save
up.
yourself some effort.
No one in
don't.
Thunder
Right, right.
Junction
Your
is
eyeballs will
quite who
melt.
they seem to be.
That worm
No.
was actually pretty cool. Right? What? Oh man, I thought for half a second it was Ashiok. You got me.
Reawaken.
2 mana, Jace. What?
What?
Hello and welcome to the after show for Outlaws
To
of
the
Thunder
after
Junction.
shoes.
We've just stuck a bunch of Outlaws.
Is this
Thunder
guy
Junction
frozen in
races
the middle?
directly into
What's
your
wrong
brain,
Matt?
with
and we're gonna
Look at him.
guess a lot of it here with my good friends
Bruce?
and Dave Humphrey.
Yeah, that looks like my
Talk a
friend
little bit
Dave
about
there.
what you two did on the set, real quick. Dave. Matt's stunned, even though he knows.
I was the set design lead for the set.
They're red. They're embarrassed.
Go, Matt. Go, Matt. How long can he hold it?
Chessing him.
My name is Matt. I was the lead editor of Outlaws.
Oh, hello there.
Bro,
And,
we were here live for that. Oh my god.
Absolutely. So we are going to spend about the next hour talking about
Somebody
Outlaws
ran
of
out of
Thunder
TP in the
Junction. We'll cover
back
some
and
of
used the
what's on
black
debut.
lettuce. He
We're
saw
going to
it.
reveal some new preview cards. We're going to talk mechanics. We're going to talk promos. We're going to talk primes bonus.
I know.
We're going to reveal every special guest in the set.
They're not as
And
cool
we're
as
gonna talk
Rosewater with
about
those
the big
New
score.
Balance. So
And if there's time left and all of that, we'll try to answer some questions. But we are just going to dive right into it and start talking mechanics.
and about
So,
Hot
first
Pockets,
of all,
apparently.
let's kick things off with
Right.
Here we go.
This is final showdown. So, Matt, tell us a bit about the spree mechanic here.
Spree on Thunder Junction. Why have one thing when you can have it all? So spree is a
Greedy.
new keyword that is found on modal, instants, and sorceries. So we have a menu of effects that you can select. Spree says
Yeah,
you can
those
choose
fancy
one
fancies
or
are pretty
more
nice.
Additional costs. When you
Mhm.
They
cast
didn't
a
mention
spell with
serialized
spree,
yet,
you have
though.
to pay the mana cost. That's up in the upper right-hand corner, like it usually is.
So-
And then you
yeah.
choose one or more
What's up, Jay?
modes. You can choose a single mode. You can choose on some of them have 2 modes, some of them have 3. You can choose multiple modes if you want, and for each mode you choose,
Yep,
you
Mil.
pay the associated cost that's listed before it. Add it all up, and you get the total cost to cast that spell. Now, like all modal cards,
This is
the effects
honestly really
happen
cool
in the
because I like
order
modal
listed on the
spells, like
card.
charms,
So it allows you to really
right? Have been an
customize kind of
age-old
the
modal
spell that
spell,
you're casting for the
Yeah.
you know,
situation that you're in.
sprinkled throughout
Maybe on
different
Final
sets.
Showdown, you want
I
it
think
all.
this
You're
is
gonna
just an
have,
expansion
creatures
upon
with
that, and
abilities, if you
a
have
way
Yeah.
some,
to
problematic
move charms
creatures
up in
with,
rarity from like say common or uncommon. This one's a
abilities
mythic
that,
here.
when they die, you want to get rid of. We want to make sure that you save
Expensive
a
ass
creature.
Level up
portal
for
shape.
spells,
Get
Millmaster
comfortable, and then
asks.
destroy all
It's
creatures.
similar to that.
Maybe in a pinch, you just need a
I would
particular
equate it
creature
a
or
little bit
creatures
more
to
to
lose all
kicker or
abilities. You're just gonna
multi-kicker.
select the first mode.
Yeah, pretty
Spree
much.
gives you that option. You can choose one mode, all modes. You make the choice.
All right, Dave, talk a little bit. I mean, first of all, this card is chat's very impressed. Like instant speed wrath, very cool. Talk a bit
Dubby!
about this card, but also about the place of spree in the set.
Right.
Good
so
morning,
a lot of the
Editor
sets are trying
Jay.
to pay off like really big turns, like right.
Tell
a lot of
Dave
initial
good game
design
for
of
us, will
this
you?
was thought about like kind of like kind of the heist moments, or like you go on some mission to like take care of all this cool stuff in terms of this villainous setting. That's sort of its origins. Not all the cards got necessarily concepted exactly that way, but right, this is part of like just mixing and matching stuff is really fun. More generally, you talked about some of the specific cases here on this card that are fun, and why you'd want to do all these things together. But right, that it's just fun to mix and match stuff. Like right, this card is not so unlike some other things we've done, like Entwine or Fuse or whatnot. But like for one thing, having the cost in the upper right hand corner, that's like kind of a shared cost, gives us a lot more flexibility in terms of mixing and matching these cards.
Oh, it's
Uh,
TCG
kind of
Dude.
Like, it makes it more likely and more easy to do kind of the things you want to do, the spectacular.
Yes, sir.
Combining all these things.
Oh, no, he's asking who the other voice
these
was.
were a lot of fun to design. I hope that is delivered in terms of our players' reception. It was a lot of fun to just mix and match stuff, even like cards like Sagas. We've had like a lot of fun is like finding the pieces to come together and letting players combine those into the ways they want. Or if you have a ton of mana, you just get to do it all.
Yeah. Speaking of having a ton of mana or having a little bit of mana, one of the questions in chat, Matt, is can you cast this and choose none of the abilities? Could you just pay white mana and cast this spell to trigger prowess or something like that?
You can't. So now, as the reminder text hopefully indicates, you do have to choose one or more modes. Anytime you cast a spell with Spree, you are required to choose at least one mode.
Right, so you
into kind
can't
of the
storm
nitty-gritty
up
mechanics
by
of it.
just
You'll notice a couple things
casting
about the
this,
frame
you know,
that
base
kind of
and
dive
then
into
not
that real quick.
choosing something.
One, the traditional bullet points that you
Mm.
usually see on modal cards have been replaced by plus signs. That's just a little decorative touch that we added in just to kind of remind you that you're adding those additional costs.
I thought I was
one.
subtracting,
There's
bro.
also a little plus sign.
Yeah, right.
I'm actually
You know,
gonna
right
gain
before
mana when I
by
cast
the mana
this
cost.
spell.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is just a little visual reminder that you can't cast the cards
Story
for
wise,
just that
yes,
cost.
Editor J,
You have to kind of read
but some of
further.
the
There
cards
are
look
some
pretty
additional
decent,
costs
bro. Be
involved.
honest.
One thing to keep in mind is no matter what additional costs you're adding to it,
Oh
the
God.
mana value of the spell
Words.
is always based on solely the mana cost. So Final Showdown's mana value is always 1, no matter how many additional costs you've tacked on.
You're just you're knocking off the questions that chat was asking.
I got
all
you,
along.
chat. I got you.
All right, we may come back to this, but I want to hit some more of the mechanics. The next one is, it's not specifically a mechanic, but it's definitely a feature of the set. So let's see our next preview card, Unfortunate Accident. Here it is, and this is another spree card, but specifically we want to call out Mercenaries, which, Dave, are a feature of this set.
Right. We use these tokens a lot in the set.
Not a fault,
more
a
or less
feature.
pitch this idea for what
Yeah.
these tokens do. This is a card that sort of I enjoyed back in Vow Draft. It was a common in that set. They also gained you life.
Well, that's a good question, Mill.
Right. So like what we were going for in many ways, like, right, these are the minions, the lackeys, the hench people. Like these are the people that are like kind of helping you get the job done. They're kind of around, a little bit innocuous, but making sure that you can succeed in your heists or your missions. And yeah, they're just kind of a fun part. If the game bogs down, you can use these to help pump up your team. We have some Power 4 Matters cards, so they can help you get to Power 4 to trigger some of those abilities. They kind of just make things happen.
All right, so we'll see a bunch of Mercenaries throughout this set, correct?
Yep.
All right, so now let's move on to our next mechanic, Plot, which we also saw in the debut. So here is Plan the Heist, a story spotlight card. I am going to read this real quick because it's important kind of how this is worded. So it costs 2 blue for a sorcery, surveil 3. If you have no cards in hand, then draw 3 cards and you can plot it for 3 and a blue. So first, Matt, take us through how this works mechanically for Plot.
All right. To succeed on Thunder Junction, it helps if you have a crew. So we got the Mercenaries, but it helps even more if you have a plan. So Plot is a special action that you can take while a card with Plot is in your hand. There's a cost. You can pay that cost, and this is as a sorcery, so it's during your main phase. Stack is empty. You have priority. Pay that cost and exile the card from your hand. Now it sits in exile. It's face up. Everyone can kind of see what's happening. On a future turn, again, as a sorcery, you can then cast the plotted card without paying its mana cost. So what this means is you can basically set up a future turn. So for example, Plan the Heist, maybe you've got some cards in hand. So you don't want to cast it right away to take full advantage, but you're going to set it up for a future turn where you'll have no cards in hand, and then you'll be able to take full advantage. You'll be able to surveil 3 and then draw 3 cards. You'll see a lot of cards with Plot have this sort of, maybe you don't want to cast it that turn, you're going to set it up for future turns. Now, on Plan the Heist, the costs, the plot cost and the mana costs are very similar. They're both, 4 mana. That's not going to be the case on all cards with Plot. Sometimes you'll be offered a savings. Sometimes it's actually more to plot it, and you'll see those designs. It'll make a lot more sense once you see it.
Let's put another example up here before Dave talks about this place in the set. So Slick Shot Lock Picker here. This is another one.
I may be out of
with
context.
Slick
Juggalokev
Shot
says drunk
Lock
this early.
Did it.
You, sir?
Enters
Or the
battlefield,
folks
triggered
talking on the
into
show?
card in your group.
No, Jay. Yeah.
Equal to Snapcaster Road.
Give it the old one eye.
Talk a little bit more about Plot in this set and the design of this mechanic.
Bro, are we?
Yeah,
is this a
Plot
fucking
as a
budget
designer.
Snapcaster? That's what
really,
that looks
it's
like,
really
bro.
subtle at first. It's like, all right, why don't I just want to
That's
get this
literally a
creature on the
reprint of
battlefield and start
Snapcaster,
attacking and blocking?
except it's 2/3.
Again, this plays again into like setting up big turns.
Interesting.
This is like We have, as you'll see later, like rewards for casting multiple cards in a turn.
In fact, I think our next preview card shows that.
Right, but
Let's
yeah,
show one of the rewards.
Justin, I
right.
agree.
So,
Always time for Halo.
Right, so this is the blue
Oh,
red
snap. Call me out.
pair and for draft unlimited is about casting two or more spells in a turn, and right that you're getting paid off by.
Oh my god! And is it zombie legendary
helping you do this
that draws cards?
Right, so like on the previous card, then, right, so it helps, like, if you play a Snapcaster Mage, like, if you just cast it for 3, you're not going to have much mana left over to flash back a card. Right?
Millmaster says sorcery snap.
Probably, or whatever. Whereas if you plot it, then, like, on a subsequent...
So, yeah, budget snap math.
Free, so you have all your mana ready to cast whatever, like, hopefully the biggest card is instant or sorcery that's already in your graveyard. So there's just a ton of subtle things that we can do to reward you for getting pieces to come together. Like, we have creatures with plot where, right, you can play the creature while your opponent's tapped out and, like, get your cards going. You can play around, your opponent has up some counter spells. You can play around that by plotting on that turn so they don't get to use their counter spell or their removal that they have. Like, oh, they're clearly sitting on something, like, I'm going to plot and be able to, like, get all my stuff working together on a future turn.
Yeah. And let's see, one more preview card in the plot space. Here is Make Your Own Luck. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may exile a non-land card from among them. If you do, it becomes plotted.
Yeah, interestingly, the plot special action is not the only way that a card can become plotted. So here, Make Your Own Luck.
Notice he said special action.
Card into exile, it becomes plotted.
So is that
you can cast it
gonna like play out like cycling
and
and
immediately
other stuff
that
are special game actions?
Your Own Luck. You have to wait till a future turn. But this sets you up for those, like Dave said, explosive turns down the road. You can really set up your future plays.
I got something explosive.
And, hit your opponent when they're maybe not least expecting it, because it is face up. They can see what's coming, but they may not be able to do anything about it.
Yep. And cards like this one are the reason that we have you only casting them as a sorcery. Like most all the cards with plot, you'd be playing as a sorcery anyways, but like we didn't like, oh, you hit a counter spell and have a free counter spell looming over the game like for the rest of the time. So like that's the main reason that's restrictions there. Mostly that is already would have been the case for the cards that had plot anyways.
Yeah. And one question I have seen pop up, we do say as a sorcery in the reminder text here. That's just sort of a timing note. That doesn't mean that the card that you are casting becomes a sorcery or anything like that. That just means during your turn, during your main phase, when the stack is empty. It just means those timing rules. You see this on activated abilities that say activate only as a sorcery. That has nothing to do with the actual card type other than the timing rules associated with it. So just to clear that up.
All right, for people already trying to mess with this and break these cards, are there any ways to break the timing rules with something like the Ley Line of Anticipation or Vedalken Orient?
No, none whatsoever. Magic is famous for having no way to break its own rules.
That's sarcasm if you don't.
We have clearly anticipated.
Oh no, Blake! You sarcastic? No.
Past, present, and future. I have full confidence that no. So to answer that specific question, cards that let you cast sorceries at weird times, like as though it has.
That's right. You guys can go ahead and start populating. It is hashtag yeehaw.
Okay. So that's
we'll be giving away a pack here at the end of all this loveliness.
We're pretty confident that those timing rules are foolproof, and we haven't made anything that messes with them yet. Earmuffs. So as long as we don't make any cards that specifically address those timing rules, and we haven't yet,
who's he talking to?
Homie.
All right. Okay. Let's move
this
on to another mechanical feature of the set. We are in a Western theme, and so of course there are going to be deserts, and we have a full cycle of them here.
One deserts.
For each color pair. So those are the new dual land deserts. And then we are going to have a bunch of cards that interact with deserts. Now, this isn't a mechanic so much as it is a, I don't know what you call it, Dave, a feature or...
I mean, it's a mechanic. It's not like a keyword mechanic, but yeah, I mean, deserts, it felt like it would be a miss for us not to do deserts. I mean, yeah, I am very well known for forcing gain life dual lands in all my sets, so I figured I'd mix it up with lands that are a little more evil-minded, and yeah, it felt more like deserts.
Love it. I dig these. Yeah, for sure,
and so with those, there are cards that pay off having deserts, like Colossal Rattleworm. So Dave, this card and kind of how you you seeded deserts throughout the set.
Right. So deserts is
Worm.
not a huge thing here. Definitely wanted there to
I
be a little
honestly
chaos
used
here
the
and
love
there,
crawl
right,
worm
it's
back in
not
the
quite
day.
as
That
big
was
as, like,
low
say,
key one
stone,
of my
Veldt,
favorite
or
arts
anything like
starting
that,
out
but,
with
right,
Magic.
we want
So to
it's
see
Nice.
worm
fun to
support,
prioritize
yeah,
drafting
pretty
deserts.
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Right? It's fun to pay off people who have deserts decks already like sitting around and are eager to add those to their construction.
And
decks
it's like
and
almost a
decks.
rampant growth. Oh my
Right. So
god,
this
it
is right.
is. It's
This
a
is just
rampant
trying to give
growth
you
in
a
your
really
graveyard. Holy
nice. I mean, it's a
cannoli.
pretty big, huge
That's
creature.
nice.
If you have a desert as flash, that's actually like pretty big deal to play around control decks or removal or whatnot. We don't go
Master came
heavily
a
into a
long way
graveyard
since
theme, but we do know
Junction.
that deserts in the past have had a little bit or cared about deserts in your graveyard. So this card, we felt it would be nice. Like, oh, like if this is getting milled or it's been killed, you're also, again, there's a little bit of a graveyard theme to pay off some of the
I
stuff
knew
that
where
we've already seen with
we were
deserts.
with
And
our
yeah,
peoples.
just all big,
Oh, yes.
all around value. We're always like, we already at this point had like Shieldred in mind, where it's like,
It's pretty
gotta make
nice
sure
too.
everything
If it gets
matches up well,
milled, you're like,
Shieldred
cool,
and stuff
thanks.
like
I can now use this.
All right, and let's see
And hit you
Wizard
for
card
one.
that's meant for limited play. So here's
Cactarantula.
Cactarantula. Nailed it.
You're doing really well with these card names.
I really am. I know.
Plant
Thank you.
spider.
Very
Nice.
This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control the desert, so it goes from a 6 mana 6/5 to a 5 mana 6/5 So Dave
Yeah,
talked
you
about
know,
the desert
cactuses
payoff
are
is
scary.
lower rarity.
So are
Yeah, right.
spiders.
So, yeah, so
Let's
yeah,
just
like
combine
even
two
just,
scary ass
it's
things
common, right?
and
We
see
have
what
cards that are
happens.
caring about this, that like changes the pick orders of how
Oh
high
no,
we
it's
value
it's for
deserts, and maybe
5
we'll
with
see
the
some other
discount,
reasons why
Dobby.
we'll value deserts pretty soon here.
Still not
But
horrible.
yeah, just right. That it's fun to have cards that are changing your evaluations of cards and how important it is to pick.
Be
up
nice
good
if it
cards.
was
This is a
one for
pretty-
each desert you
pretty
control.
solid
but,
creature
you know,
for limited, and it's real. You know,
You
pretty
know what?
meaningful to
That's
get it
probably
out
going to
to
be
an
a
earlier. I
house
will
in
say, like,
Pauper.
right, in terms of not to give away too
Oh
much
yeah,
from
in
here, but,
Pauper.
right, like,
Oh
you
god,
don't want
yes.
to commit crimes against this thing. This thing's pretty mean. But it does speak to a little bit of the balance where, like, right, there's a lot of removal and rewards for using removal. So we also wanted to make sure, like, if you're spending 5 mana to cast this and your opponent were just to get rid of it, you'd be a little bit sad. So like we made sure that there's some payoffs for them just going after the stuff that you're investing a lot of mana into.
Yeah.
Oh no,
And
you're
we don't
good,
have anyone
Dobby.
from the world building team on this episode, unfortunately, but I do have to say that the cactus folk and the cactus animals are just delightful.
It's a giant walking cactus.
Delightful.
I'm not.
I
on the
just
world
think they're
building team. I don't know if you
delightful.
could tell.
Oh,
We
thank you.
should
Big
clip
walking
that
cactus.
later.
Don't touch it because it'll make you draw cards.
Yeah.
Or something.
Something.
That's
There's a reason.
magic.
Magic. Next up, let's talk about Outlaws. So we have a good friend of ours from the past, Vile Smasher, is here, this time as a gleeful grenadier. He's going to deal 1 damage to an opponent whenever an outlaw enters the battlefield. Matt, what is an outlaw?
An outlaw is a new rules term. It is a collective term for assassins, mercenaries, pirates, rogues, and warlocks, aka friends of mine. So this is a collective term for these 5
weirdo.
creature
No,
types.
I'm just
and you're gonna
kidding.
see outlaw used on several cards in the set, and you're going to see it used in one of 2 ways. You're going to see it used as a noun. Whenever another
You know what
outlaw
though?
enters the
With it
battlefield,
being
here
a
on
new
Vile Smasher,
game
and that just
term,
means
I
usually
imagine that
creature
people
with that
are
creature type.
from now
So
on
any
and
creature,
forward
whenever
going
another
to just
outlaw enters the
make
battlefield is short
next.
for
It's gonna be a
whenever
whole
another
thing.
assassin enters the
Yeah.
battlefield, or a mercenary, or a pirate, or a rogue, or a warlock. Any permanent with
Does
any one
that
or more
add
of
to
those
the
creature types.
thingamajig though?
You're also going to see
Like
outlaw
goblin
used
mercenary
as an
outlaw,
adjective to talk
so
about
your tribe
cards
stuff can
not
kick
on the
off or
battlefield,
no?
such as an outlaw spell or outlaw card in your graveyard. that
I'm
kind
not
of thing.
sure. I don't think
New rules
outlaw
term,
like
the kind of
is
an
the
umbrella
type. It's
term
just
that
the
groups
term,
those 5
like the collective
very
term, like
attractive
party.
creature types.
Okay.
Talk about outlaws in this set.
Look at
Right,
Dobby.
So Outlaws
now
are, yeah,
now
we
you're getting
wanted
it,
to
buddy.
have sort of a typal thing to care about. We've done some batching in the past. This was a new attempt at batching where, like, all right, well, right, what is this group of things that we want to care about that's going to be backwards compatible, forwards compatible, right? Like people will already have.
Yeah, it
right,
should
cards
include
that do some
rebels.
types
You're
that can
right.
Make this matter. You'll do your searches.
Yeah,
on your
Katork
various
on it.
card search engines to, like, all right, what are all the cool things that I can put together in a deck that are going to feel like the right vibe here for, like, right, like we're wanting you to embrace your villainous side here to some extent. And it felt like this was a pretty fun thing to latch onto, right? That this suite of creature subtypes was a good match of just like different types, different colors, different warlocks in there, so we could kind of have spellcasters and that we could keep paying this off down the road, and that there was plenty of stuff to work with it.
We can keep making Borderlands products.
We haven't really spoken too much directly to it, but this is a world where everyone's coming in through the Omen Pass, and so I think Bile Smasher, I believe, is from Tarkir, and a lot of the fun of this set is bringing in familiar characters.
Richie Dubs on it.
Milk that's nostalgia.
A lot of the more potentially villainous or mischievous characters have arrived here to find.
Juggalokev possibly on the uncommon slot, but do you remember Dominaria United and how many legendaries were in
mechanic?
that?
Saddle. So here we have Quilled Charger.
Quilled
Charger attack. Wow.
Quilled. Dude, the way he said it, he put the emphasis
saddle on
Quilled.
Get Raw Gravinous Ride in the debut. So Matt, quick overview of how Saddle works.
All right, so Saddle is an activated
We're
ability
about to
says,
prairie dog
it has a number. In this case,
at this
we'll
rate.
tap any number of other creatures you control. Creatures can't ride themselves. I'll let you make your own joke there. Tap any number of other creatures you control with
unlike a bear. Oh, sorry, different game.
Whatever that number is, or more. And that creature becomes saddled until end of turn. And you can activate the saddle ability again only as a sorcery. So during your main phase.
My pony.
So not inside of combat, during your main phase only, when the stack is empty and you have priority. Now, every creature with saddle will have another ability that tells you what the advantage is for it being saddled. A lot of creatures have a basic triggered ability that
saddle is similar to Convoke, right? To where you use creatures as a resource by tapping them to pay for this ability or whatever.
We'll have just a simple
tap any number of other creatures you control is total power 2 or more.
Saddle it,
this mount
attack
becomes
with the mount, it gets bigger or some sort of combat bonus. Some creatures have more complex, more advantageous.
My bad if I just talked over that explanation from him.
Ravenous Ride.
So she mad at you.
Now the Gitrog doesn't really appreciate being saddled. It eats its rider, but you're in a great place to benefit from it.
All right, Dave.
Gitrog is not.
Saddle.
Right, so clearly we had a lot of fun with what you would saddle.
Gitrog does not want to benefit.
Payback, you didn't pull out.
I will never be saddled again.
Oh God! I gotta come back and clip that.
Yeah, you gotta be pretty brave with the Gitrog, but in general, with the mechanic, we spent a lot of time trying to figure out, what most made sense. This is sort of a trope or type of card that people have been eager to see and wanted to see. We landed in trying to make it behave a little bit like vehicles, right? In many ways, these are like vehicles, but they're creatures to begin with, right? There's kind of the floor of the power level of these cards as well. You already have a creature that you can start attacking with. If you don't have anybody else around, it's still a creature can still get stuff done. So it's a lot easier.
$20, $20. No.
Moment of frustration, and yet you can reap the rewards in similar ways to vehicles if you do have someone around the saddle.
Jay is over here
we mentioned the sorcery restriction. A lot of that turned out to just be gameplay where in terms of the cards we wanted to make, it was a little bit tricky where you don't block, after you don't block I saddle it, and things like that, where there are some designs that say wanted to trigger off a combat damage or whatever, where just it made more sense to have that be a difference from crewing a vehicle, to have it be at sorcery speed. And then
plus, really, if I send a horse after my opponent and the horse is charging my opponent and they don't block, jumping on the horse after it's already down the field charging my opponent, saddling it at that point, just doesn't make any sense.
Didn't really make sense. Also, I should say digital is a lot.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Getting rid of all the priority passes for not right.
Let me give you the Chewbacca defense.
Digital is a lot smoother by switching to sorcery.
Let me ride that donkey.
It's upkeep. Would you like to sit? No. Stop it. No.
All right.
So
let's
yeah, they
move
were
on
pretty much
to a
elaborating
big
on
feature of the set,
the
one we've
differences
talked
between
about in a
crew
number
and
of places
settling there.
already. But of course, we're talking about crimes, committing crimes, and all the rewards that come with those. Here is Rattleback Apothecary, an uncommon that just says when you commit a crime.
Apothecary, but it's okay. You're
Target
live
creature you
reading.
control
It's
gains your
fine.
choice of management in turn. So, Matt, give us. We talked about crimes at the first look, but give everyone a reminder of what it means to commit a crime in the world of Magic.
I'll be
Well,
right
usually
back.
it means profit. So
Alright.
a crime is anytime you cast a spell,
Richie Dubs asked,
activate
"Did
an
they
ability,
do
or
equipment
put a
yet? I want to
triggered
see
ability
Jace's
on the stack
assless
that
chaps."
targets an opponent, a permanent they control, a spell they control, an ability they control.
Oh no,
or
I've
a
been in the
card
desert
in their
too long.
graveyard.
My
One
ass
or
is
more
tan,
of any
and
of
my
those
legs are
things,
still light.
you have committed a crime. I should note, I will stress this every opportunity I get, committing a crime is a game action only. Please limit it to that. And yes, there are some very funny examples of previous cards with hilarious names that should be crimes that aren't. Only ones that target opponents, things they control, or cards in their graveyards are considered the game action of crime.
Like blasphemous
Now,
act,
Dave, Mark
I guess, is
Rosewater
something
talked
that
a
they're
bit about
referring to there. That could
designing
be a
some mechanics
crime, you
around just
know,
getting
just based
cool
on its
words on the
name.
cards. Like, you maybe start with, we want to say commit a crime. What does it do? So talk a little bit about the development of this mechanic.
Right, I forget exactly when we latched onto it, but yeah, we like whenever you commit a crime.
At
Like,
what
that
smoke
phrase
session did
really
y'all come
resonated
up
with
with
people,
this?
Whenever we did play with
Yes.
people were like, "Oh, that's like really cool, funny." Like, yeah, like, and it was just, yeah, it was so easy then to look back through past cards. I mean, there were, right, we spent a lot of time looking at, oh, how about damaging something should be a crime, like surely Wrath of God or type the sweepers should be crimes, and there gotta be in a lot of corner cases of how many crimes were created if like, oh, I dealt 3 damage to it and then it died, and like just targeting. I felt like this really like I mess with you or your stuff, right? Tayback gave the very rulesy explanation, but it's like
that's what they pay me for. It's
right.
literally why I'm here.
You're covering all the corner
cannoli.
cases, but I also want people to appreciate it's not really
here
like
with
every
the
card in the
$5
set. If it has the word
dono.
target and you use it on your
Thank
opponent
you,
or their
thank
stuff,
you.
crime, right? It's
That
actually
is
not
most certainly
super,
going to help
not super
Big Dog over
complicated.
here get the purple
really
drink to fuel
My
him
only
to whatever
requirement was
endeavors he
that
has. His
card
Oko
crime,
ab recovery.
Yeah.
I was happy with that.
And it is.
There are also a few cards that don't have the word target, like auras that you might put on your opponent's stuff that
right
are crimes. Even
or its target. That's important to note. So you can definitely commit crimes that way.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So long
was
and skinny.
People really
of
latched
what they're
onto
saying
it.
right here
like again,
is
it doesn't
that
cover every case that people
crimes are
want to
going to
a
be
crime. It
confusing,
ends up
bro.
with silly things
It's
where,
going to be like,
haha,
oh,
it's
but I
funny
heard
that
this.
that's a crime.
Oh, but I read here.
Right,
oh
yeah,
God,
I mean,
no.
I put together pretty much the whole bonus
We're
sheet
going to add about 15
from
to
scratch
20%
and like
time
looking
to
through all of
every
Magic's
command
history for cards that had like kind of crimey sounding names or things that would like end up like sounding cool for that treatment was really fun. And like I should note too, right? Like there are a few cards in Magic's history that made
oh snap! Thank you, sir.
Things got a little bit out of control. If you could like Soltari Gorilla and cards like that had like a 0 colon.
Yeah.
So for the most part, at first I was thinking maybe I'll convince some rules folk to errata those cards. But by the end of like play testing, we realized we didn't really want too much nonsense going on with like repeated crimes like that. The card we actually just saw, like in some senses, like, well, you could give your whole team menace and lifelink. That's pretty cool. But like we didn't want there to be just like infinite combos where like, some of the old cards, the way they've been errated and changed. So rather than like that meant that we could give you bigger effects and mostly reward you for doing crimes once a turn rather than worry about kind of the cases where somebody's going to like crime and then we have to put really
Richie over here
so
really
we
splitting hairs.
I know lots of you don't like it, but we do have like a number of cards that are only once a turn or effectively only once a turn.
I ran back and I was like, they're still in the same card. Did they show another one or
infinite combos?
Chat and the internet as a whole.
Wow, they're bantering right now.
Had a field day like calling out cards that are crimes that they seem nice, but they're crimes.
Giant growth can be a crime.
Giant growth can be a crime. Yep. Ancestral recall.
Yes, depending on what state you live in.
States. Yeah.
Wow, how you and I were on the same wave there. That's hilarious.
I know.
Because you're destroying your opponent's stuff, which is inherently good anyway. and then you get rewards on top of it.
Yeah.
So these cards that reward crimes are just kind of a feel good all around.
Just for everybody.
Everybody's
feeling good.
If you're on Thunder Junction, that's what crime is.
And then I
It's
will
feel good all around.
I mean, I will like targeting your opponent is good interactive fun gameplay. Right?
Yeah.
That is one of the reasons, like, of all of the options I lashed onto it. And Constructed will get criticisms that, right, like the two decks are kind of like ships passing in the night, and that they're each doing their own thing. You're not really interacting. So like in many ways, like this just also felt like an exciting place to, like, all right, like
it's a crime because no one was saddled.
Interactive we can make cards that reward interactive magic. I mean, it's a little tricky because then like draft and limited. That's
I think
not the
what
case.
he's
like,
saying here
draft
is
and limited. You're often
essentially
playing,
having
like, your
crimes
non-creature
is adding
cards
a
or, like,
layer
targeting your
to
opponent's
the
stuff
game,
anyways, in
right?
terms of,
Like
like,
in
cards you
some
put the priority.
matchups,
So there was
Magic
all
just seemed
sorts
a
of
little
different
stale or
challenges where, like,
bland,
during playtesting,
having
I'd like keep
been-
looking back,
or,
like
you know,
making sure are you
being
still
that
playing
it
the
is
cards
a
that are not
30-year-old
crimes, and
game.
like making sure that we had fun builder rounds and things that were not just like this format couldn't just be all about crimes and drafter. That would not be fun either.
All right, let's move on to a few more preview cards. We're just gonna take. We've been talking pretty seriously about mechanics and stuff. Let's just show some cute cards.
More cards.
We got Armored Armadillo.
Armadillo!
So we got some critters in Thunder Junction.
Critters.
This is our little buddy Armored Armadillo. Dave, anything you want to share?
Yeah, it's
about
an armored
Armadillo,
armadillo.
Yeah, we got a lot of cute stuff. It was fun. I mean, again, as someone who grew up in like San Diego, and like it's fun to see some of the flora and fauna from irrigated desert land.
Vincent.
And,
Flora and fauna. I remember them from the
haven't
club.
always played up as much. Other than they're fun critters.
A lot of armadillos roaming around San Diego.
No, not really. But I'd go on road trips, you know.
Right.
And that's why, son, you got in pick.
Once in a while.
And then a favorite in this set. Holy cow. 2 and white, 2/2, flying flash. When Holy Cow enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. It's an
I was waiting
angel.
for some stupid joke, but they didn't deliver.
This is again in terms of playtesting this card. Got
I'm
called
sorry.
out so many times. It's like this is the greatest, the funniest, and a lot of them were playtesting it when it didn't have art or anything, and then of course, it comes out as like, oh, it's
ETBs,
actually this
gain
really
2,
cool
scry
looking
1, flash
creature.
flying.
So
3 mana.
fun.
That's
and again, like in terms of playing, even the mechanics, there's
that checks a lot of boxes, bro.
It's like, oh no, holy cow!
And it's an angel. Like just
the mechanics.
You would think there'd be some
wow,
warning
that's
when
cherry
this
on
thing
top.
shows up, but no, it just appears.
Yep. Yell this
I
out
was
in
more
your
excited 'cause
pre-release.
it's
You've been
Nox.
given permission.
I mean, obviously, I no, for real. That's
Let's now
the
move
cool,
on to
meany,
talking
fun
about
part.
some
But
of
like,
the promos,
real talk,
with
power
Outlaws
level,
of Thunder
that
Junction.
thing's kind of
We're going to begin
a
with
beast.
the what's that?
Moving on.
Yes, moving on. Okay, thanks, Matt. Thanks.
I'm here for you.
Yeah.
Moving
the
on.
promos.
No, I knew it
These
was
are
gonna
cards you
happen.
can Get at your local game store. All powerful uncommons. Here are 5
Nice.
of them.
Promo
Dave,
pack
we've
cards.
already seen Make Your
Yes.
Own Luck, but Dave, talk a little bit about these cards.
Yeah, they're so small on the screen. The first one I should note, it looks
They're
at your
so
top
small.
cards for a
That's,
mount
what
or
she
a planes, not to be confused with a mountain or a planes. We were actually kind of worried about this through a lot of development.
Mount and mountain are 2 separate words. I believe we templated this. We put in mount creature just to make super clear that you wouldn't confuse those 2 words.
Right, but yeah, you know, our first card here is it's just rewarding you for like we like. I mean, I can get into some of the collectors, but like green white is largely about mounts. So like, right again,
Thanks for
the
dropping
more
in, bro.
mounts you put in your deck, the happier you're going to be with this card. The more likely you're to kind of just get an extra free card.
All right, Richie. Thanks
not
for hanging out,
confused
brother.
with Free to cast, but yeah, so it's incentivizing you for playing a bunch of mounts and being happy about mounts in your deck. And then we got Scorching Shot, which pretty much this is not necessarily about limited or anything, but it's just like here's a good solid removal card. I talked about Shieldred earlier.
Yeah, we are doing a
Probably
pack
not
giveaway, guys.
coincidence that this card
Bam.
is Shieldred. You know, we already have
Hashtag
some giveaways
yeehaw.
in
Make
D5
sure
if
you
have
guys
a bunch
are
of
in.
attacking creatures.
We got
Standard,
Brendan,
for example, but maybe not so much.
Brian Giles, Justin, and K-Tork, and
then we
TCG
got-
Dude.
I don't know
There's
exactly
one
why
in just
I don't know why
put in
he's honest
hashtag
exactly,
yeehaw.
to be honest.
I'm gonna
but-
refill my coffee
looks
right
honest,
quick.
doesn't he?
That Scorching Shot's gonna slot
Because
into
he
my
gives the
Boros
fairest
standard deck
deals. He's
really
on
well.
Truststein. What possible
Monastery
reason
switch
Oh, yeah.
here, anybody?
So yeah, green black, as I often do. Yeah, it has a bit of a creatures in graveyard theme, rewarding you for creature cards in your graveyard. Right, this is very much the signpost for that. I think we have like two gold, pretty much signposts for all the color pairs. He is getting a creature back from your graveyard if you've milled it there. It's died, got in there some other way. And then he's letting you cast creature spells for less, because again, a lot of it's not just a graveyard color pair. It's about like specifically creature cards in your graveyard and having a lot of creatures in your deck. So pretty good value all around for the grave digger type of variants.
Absolutely.
We talked about make your own luck. This card, actually, I didn't say it earlier. This card was pretty contentious. This was one of my pet cards. It's like, I think we can do this, and a lot of people are like, I don't know, but it's got some big dreams there. And plot, green blue is very much about plot as a color pair. Black white is pretty good. I give up. Right, it's like kind of a bone splinter is right. I give up a creature and I get rid of one of your creatures, and then instead of being left with a card in your graveyard, you're left with a pretty reasonable creature here. So right, the black-white color pair is a bit about attrition and having kind of like creatures that like maybe enter the battlefield and draw a card, or enter the battlefield and make your opponent discard a card.
And I'm back.
Right, dies, triggers, and things like that. Where
Ruthless Outlaws,
on
pretty
the battlefield,
beast.
they're kind of expendable, and it kind of also plays into.
Well, it's just EDB. After that, just the 3/2
setting, right? Like, you don't.
Oh, we're talking about Honest
Rutstein
Rutstein there.
On this anymore.
The Ruthless Lawbringer.
These promo cards and
Brian was talking about.
I think we have the main set version. There we are. So the promo versions of these cards can be found in promo packs at your local game store. Talk to your local game store about them. Often they're given out through things like events or tournaments or
right. Go spend $10-15 and go play Paper Standard. And you can get yourself some of those guys. Or of course you can order them off TCG Player. But where's the fun on that?
Bundle promo.
Right.
So if you purchase a bundle, so here we have the regular main set version, the extended version, and then if you purchase a bundle, you will get that version with the alternate.
So this card will be worthless.
Right.
Oh.
Exactly.
Going on here with the key to the vault, which is a significant story piece. If you haven't read yesterday's story, I definitely recommend checking it out. Dave, talk to us about this card.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much just. I mean, we could have put many things on this, but we wanted this to be exciting. It was a pretty big moment, right? Like we at least in this show have not talked a ton about it, but the Oko's big heist is all about finding this Fomari vault, and this is the key to the vault, and we wanted this to be a pretty significant card in the main set, right? So that if you equip this to a creature and it kind of
in the bundle,
opponent, then you're getting to.
But yes, also most
cards, depending on how much damage you did, better on bigger creatures. But
well, it's cool that
gives you a chance to
they put
play one of those cards
the
without
key
paying its
to the
mana cost,
vault
sort of a recurring
in the
theme
bundles,
way.
seeing as though it's so crucial to the
it's
story.
Kind of a fun, exciting, big dreams. Like again, a lot of the sets about big dreams, and this again can contribute to some really big turns potentially. And just like a fun design we had.
Absolutely. All right, next up, we're going to reveal 5 rares altogether. So some I've seen expect.
Here we go.
We got the Fast Lands, Spire Bluff, Canal, and Friends. We've got those.
Oh man,
on the top, and then
I was hoping they'd be duels
or
deserts.
Well, we got deserts in the common slot.
These are popular lands.
So
like
this
a lot
is
of including these
enemy,
heroes,
right?
making sure that. Right, for standard in particular.
People
love these in various
I
formats,
think this is
for
allied.
in particular, we make sure we balance.
No, because it has green and black.
So that allied colors didn't have like a distinct advantage over enemy colors in terms of deck building choices.
Either way, I'm pretty happy to see the reprint on these. Obviously, this is going to be bad for the value of the previous iterations of these cards. But for availability and deck building and new players, I dig it. Also, the panorama. I don't know if you noticed that there on the bottom row.
And also very cool, they form a panorama.
Echo.
Yes, I will point out the cards on those lands on the bottom do look like they do.
They do that.
What kind of train is that?
Which is very
How does it
cool.
even work on the track?
One you don't need protection for, sir.
Yeah.
Thunder Junction version of a train. Very cool. All right, now let's move
I actually
on
like that,
to the
Loki.
crimes bonus sheet.
There you
So
go,
before we start
AI
revealing
art at
cards
its
from
finest.
That,
Right.
Dave, can you talk a little bit about what is the crimes bonus sheet?
Right. So effectively, it's very similar to what we've seen for many sets now, like Brothers War, March of the Machine. Right. It's
Wilds of Eldraine.
He
Right.
tries
so yeah,
not to roll his eyes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. We keep doing it because we think you like it, and I think it's really cool.
It's really cool. Yeah.
We keep doing it because
it
they
was
tell
fun for
us
this
to.
one where, typically in all the
Yes.
sets we just named, there was a very kind of concrete, specific theme.
Like
that
I
was built
do
around
what
the
whoever
card type.
I do whatever the
This
paycheck
was very fun
cutter
because yeah, we
it
tied
tells
it
me
into
to.
like a mechanic in the set. So right, it's not all enchantments. It's not all artifacts. It's like right, and it was very flavor driven. Like I think I maybe said before, but yeah, like I was looking for a lot of words.
Bobby.
Words mattered a lot. Like what
Words, yeah.
when I first started, we hadn't necessarily settled on like the treatment of the card frames and stuff, and how it would appear as like a newspaper and things like that. But I knew I wanted to like it needed to match the vibe. I didn't want to
Wrong mount,
really
but
kind, nice things happening or whatever. Right, like right, just and I wanted it to, like all of these cards again. All these cards can be crimes, and I wanted them to like. They all needed a target, but I didn't want giant growth where like, right, like that's not the point of why you play giant growth. Like I didn't want it. Oh, like in corner cases, it's a crime. I wanted it like this is the main function of the card. This is why people play the card. And
but have you rode a train
have a fun
on
name for the
Halo?
setting? I will say, like,
all right, John
it was
Stewart.
a little tricky because some colors are a lot better at crimes than others. Like green, not so good at crimes. It was a little hard finding enough green cards. Green tends not to do really mean things to other people and their things.
Well, I mean,
a lot of the other colors, like black and blue and red, and like white a little bit, especially with like at least affecting creatures. But it was, it's really fun. I think the flavor carries it. I love like the art is really like cool and stylish. So.
Yeah,
words mattered a lot.
I just love like
and
highly
before we show
dismissive,
off, we're going to show off 3 cards from the crime bonus sheet here. Matt, legality on the crimes bonus sheet.
So
cards?
crimes bonus sheet are not standard legal. These basically they're all reprints, so they're legal in whatever format they were previously legal in.
Yep.
And that's on
And
the
you'll get
rules text,
one
guys.
in
So
every
if you're
pack.
new, you're screwed.
Yeah. So there's a lot in-play boosters that contains one of these crimes. So let's take a look at the preview cards we have. First up, we have Path to Exile. So Dave, this is one of those white crimes.
It's
yeah.
Wow.
Ryan very much knows this card, but white.
Wow.
Ways they can crimes is like, creatures.
Oh man.
Again, this sort of the concept that we went here with again happened. Like creative certainly went some other directions in terms
He's
of
gonna
like,
get pulled aside in the office for that one, bro.
to like a crime,
Yeah,
or
he
villainous
is.
thing, but like is very nicely put in terms of like a setting of like a Western frontier setting. This is like a pretty cool take on it. We'll say like
I mean, what else are you
as we'll
supposed
get to
to
these,
say
I may as
though,
well say
right?
now, like in terms of the selection on these, like the higher rarity cards, very much like these are like I'm mostly selecting cards like people want to own these cards.
Color
People wanna collect
crime
these
in
cards.
these
People are
parts,
excited
brother.
to have cards with new
Right.
treatments. Like when I was selecting like the rares and mythics. Whereas the
All you
uncommons,
gotta say is
very
I
much
didn't
more
say it.
tried. Like I want to like these are going to be
It
fun,
wasn't
cool,
me.
and draft and sealed and like these are going to really add. To
Dang
the
it,
play
Richie Dubs isn't
experience,
here.
for the lower rarity
It's,
cards.
exclamation
kind of
point
fun
Dubs.
cards. But the higher rarity cards, there was a lot more focus on the feel and like are people going to really want to own these cards?
Oh, hello there.
And these are, of course,
Hi.
dispatches from the Prosperity Post. And where space allowed, we crafted, hopefully, some amusing headlines.
There you go.
Inside the world.
Brian got it.
Yeah, that flavor text at the bottom is in my opinion, one of the better features of these cards. There's some pretty good ones that we'll see. Let's take a look at our next crime, Dust Bowl.
Oh, interesting.
This is a wild one to see.
So this is why I had to give this preface before we move this slide. So yeah, some of these are a bit pet cards. Like I mean, Dust Bowl is just.
I love
Dust Bowl is a name.
Is that a
like,
common
so
normally?
perfect here.
Yeah.
It is not. I wouldn't put this up there as one of the most net fun.
I honestly
cards
don't
we've
recognize
ever
the
made.
card.
But
I don't
again,
know.
it's,
Yeah.
I imagine
it's
it
a
was
card
in a
that
pre-con
people,
at some point or
people
something.
want to get more copies of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. It commits repeated crimes. You get payback if somebody's deserted you a bunch of time. You can get some payback on those.
There you go. You got it to work, Dobby.
But yeah, it's just again, this was mostly
Mercadium Mask. It was actually a rare. Oh, bro, we're slipping.
Yeah,
this is not only a retro frame card, right, in its origins, Mercadium Mask.
All right, and then I think
but it was also
the bigger reaction
Oath of the Gatewatch expedition, one of the Zendikar expeditions. So yeah.
So there's the breaking news.
A foil of this from Mercadium Mask. So it's gonna run you about $1.50.
We do have, I believe, a video of some of these treatments.
Yeah.
But first, talk a little bit, Dave, about Grindstone here.
I don't have a ton to say here. I mean, again, milling, something that comes up. This is a pretty cool take on milling. It's like repeated crimes. I mean, I didn't go into it a lot. Like we expect crimes to happen a lot. The cards are balanced off of crimes happening every turn. We mostly tried to avoid crimes happening like kind of completely trivially free every turn. Like you'll see like there's a common that's like kind of one and tap every turn, commit a crime. But we wanted there to be some decision making in committing a crime, as there I think should be probably. Yeah, it's just a fun, cool card. You can this is something that can come up in limited, where you can be trying to mill out an opponent where you otherwise might not be something that you're routinely doing with this set.
All right, now we call out that textured foil there. It doesn't, quite evoke the actual look and feel of that card. So we've got a video here that can show off some of the textured foils and how that's going to look. We'll just let that. Yeah, there it is.
That does look kind of cool.
Let's run that. Yeah, at least one more time. Take a look at it.
There's much more texture in the video there.
Yeah. We'll also these three cards.
It looks like it was pre-scraped on
in the collecting Outlaws
on asphalt
article that will go up on Daily MTG.
It's like they just went
at the end of this.
It does have streaking on there.
Those again.
Yeah, dude.
Like some of these chat people's drawers. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
No, but
on the crimes
I imagine that the texture is going to be nice.
As his manager,
I'm looking forward to it.
On a Windows 95 PC. Yes.
Himself, to be in his own game.
He's into himself.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Let's talk special guests next. So special guests is a program we launched last year where we have 10 reprints that make appearances on the list. And the list is a slot you will get in, I believe in this set, it's approximately 1 in every 5 packs will show up. The list in this set is a bit unique. We have the 10 special guest cards, and then we also have the big score, and that is the entirety of the list. We'll talk a little bit more about the big score in a moment. But we saw Stoneforge Mystic in the debut video running into the after show. So yeah, cool, great, Stoneforge Mystic. Let's take a look. We're going to show off the rest of the special guests, the other 9. And we'll just hear from Dave on their placing here. So we've got
Brazen Borrower.
And
Yeah, no, that's a good reprint though, bro.
This is something that
the art
like,
looks
these
pretty
cards
good.
usually get selected by someone sort of outside my team. These are very much flavor driven, as you can guess from some of the examples here.
Yeah,
I mean, I will note with the bonus sheet, I opted not to rely on creatures. Just it didn't feel quite right in terms of the flavor that we were going for. So, but Brazen Borrower is kind of like the perfect example of what I would have put on the bonus sheet if I felt like it matched up with the headlines better and stuff. Right. So these are very flavor driven. Again, mostly cards that people want to own. Cards that we think will translate well into these sorts of treatments in this particular frontier setting.
Yeah, and as a note, Chad's pointing out these are weird to have Desert Mythic, but all the special guests have the Mythic symbol. And that symbol is a separate set symbol for all special guests that we do in all sets. They're also numbered sequentially from, again, all the special guests that we do in all sets. Let's see the next 3 here. We've got Prismatic Vista, Morbid Opportunist, and Classic Mystic Snake.
Nice. Mystic
Anything
Snake
to add
being
on
mythic, but
hopefully see, like,
yeah.
prismatic
snake
Vista,
thing, yeah, like
definitely happy to
things
see
that just
that.
sort of make sense.
The art on
Yeah.
the snake is really
Cards
cool,
that
though.
basically,
Admittedly,
Yeah, it is.
the person that was choosing these felt like, oh, these would make for a cool concept in these settings. I mean, these are pretty fun, popular cards in Commander and other places, and just cards we wanted to have more options available for players to use.
It's a historically powerful snake that commits crimes. What more do you need?
And then
Except the
finally,
land.
for our special guests, we've got Desertion,
Scape Shift.
Scape Shift with gorgeous art. I mean, they all have gorgeous art, but that Scape Shift speaks to me. And Notion Thief. You gotta have Notion Thief in this set.
right? Hey, look at that.
The
Was
art
it
on
Dubs
that's pretty
that
cool.
dipped out earlier?
Concept,
I guess
but
we must have forgotten that he is a
people
rogue,
really
so
like
it only
the
makes
desert
sense.
and things.
Yeah.
Whether it's
True
names
story.
or otherwise.
Yeah, it's unclear whether Desertion was a purposeful inclusion or whether they just typed desert, it came up, and they just went, okay, fine.
That's what you just said. That's
Wow.
why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Our
They gave
special
themselves
guests,
away
they are
too
found
hard
in
on that.
the
Yeah.
the list,
Yeah.
which is found, I
But,
believe,
you know,
in approximately
hey, if it works,
one
it
every 5
works.
packs in this set. All right, moving on from special guests, as I noted,
Moving on.
the big score is also on the list. So the big score, we did talk about this in a show a few weeks back on what the big score was, how it was formerly an epilogue set, and then we ended up moving it into
Right, Juggalo.
so Dave, can you talk about sort of the big score as a whole real quick?
Right. So yeah, I mean, originally, like again, given that it started as an epilogue product, right? This was meant to be like kind of the real payoff of like again, Oko's gang's trying to open the vault. Like, what's in the vault, right? Like, why go through all this effort? What's in it? Must have really cool stuff. Some of that you've gotten a hint of from the story, and we haven't fully paid that off in the story. But yeah, it's right. It's the Fomori had left all these hopefully really powerful things here, and what does that mean, and what could be in it, and we played a lot off the idea of we're gonna look at iconic artifacts from Magic's past, and maybe there are links there,
there it is.
Did
one seat left in both, guys.
The Fomori, or kind of vice versa, and it just got to play around in the space of what are some cool cards that we can call back to. And then you'll see a lot of not everything is an artifact. A lot of the cards were also meant to be you saw sort of at the end of the debut video, right? That there's a little bit more going on, and some of the past scenes, some strings were being pulled by some forces maybe you didn't realize.
For you guys just tuning in, make sure you guys put in the hashtag
yeehaw that we've been to recently, and kind of revisiting maybe what had been going on.
We are doing a pack giveaway here at the end.
That we've done. So it's a kind of a mix of that, and just really trying to pay off what's the cool stuff in the vault. And there is some cool stuff in the vault.
There is some cool stuff.
And I should call Adam Prozac, I should call out did a lot of the work on this. He sort of did what amounted to a vision design for the big score, and I ended up
for the big score.
Yeah.
For those, now Dave did mention in there the story. These are very closely tied with the story and the epilogue.
Oh,
to
snap.
The main story.
Send
So
it, brother. 59.
Next week, in concert with the time where we're doing the previews for the big score, we will also have those epilogue stories on dailymtg.com. So you'll be able to read a little bit about what happened.
Thank goodness. I have so many questions after yesterday.
Yeah. There are.
I have no idea what's going on.
You and the rest of the internet.
I have no idea
because of our
because what's his face came in and grabbed the thing and did the thing,
right?
And then the two of the other people did the other thing, and then there was the Blinky, and I have no idea.
Wow, not the Blinky.
All right, so yeah.
No.
So for people who love the story,
anything but the Blinky.
2 more episodes.
And then there was a mount and saddle situation,
right? And then it went.
So let's get to a couple more preview cards. We've got Oltec Matter Weaver. So we've got a number of versions of this. So Oltec Matter Weaver, there is a promo, a regular, a vault treatment, and extended art. So let's talk real quickly before we talk about what this card does and all that sort of stuff with Dave. The promos. So the regular version will be found on the big score, but cards on the big score, some of them have that vault treatment there, which can be found in collector boosters. Same with extended art. That promo there is for an in-store promotion called Get the Gang Together. So that'll be one of the cards available through that in-store promotion, and we'll be sharing more information on that on the website.
I do like the promo art
of this stream. So, okay, now let's get back to this card specifically. So, this is one of those not an artifact cards that you were talking about, Dave.
Right, yeah. Here we're revisiting, a creature and a concept from a recent set that we were working on. Right, that I will say, like, this one of the themes that you'll see through the big score is a focus on artifact tokens. That was one of the things that we latched onto as sort of a fun space to be playing with, right? That, like, this card, right?
All right, Justin Page, you're good. You're golden.
You can get a 1/1 artifact creature token. That's, like, cool. And then right beyond that, like, it has a bit of a almost like populate thing where, like, well, 1/1s are cool, but you can also make copies of other artifact tokens that you might have around, and that's a theme that you'll see a bit around, and we play around with that, and you'll see it again. I think even on our next card.
Was there just a person in the vault? Was this person just chilling?
You gotta read the story. This person, I don't believe this person was chilling in the vault.
Okay.
There was something else.
There was
someone else chilling in the vault.
It is not unheard of for a live being to be.
Does the vault have, like, restaurants and, like, sleeping quarters?
Oh my gosh!
Next
Do they have room service in the vault?
A couple people asked this. Is standard legal? All cards from the big score are standard legal. Next up, we have Transmutation Font. So we have, again, this is also part of that same Get the Gang Together promotion. So it also has the regular version, the Vault Treatment version, which, again, some of the big score cards have, and then the extended art version. So Dave, talk to us about Transmutation Font.
Right. So speaking of recent sets and artifact tokens, right? Yeah, we got blood and clues and food, things you've encountered recently.
We just filled the first box, but if there's
that,
interest, we can start a new one.
Some of those. It could also, I think we saw from the.
I know Brian says he'd be down to join one if
so yeah,
he just has to wait till Friday.
Make some big dreams with all of this sort of stuff. And yeah, if you can get three different artifact tokens effectively, you can sack them all and go get something from your deck that's pretty exciting, hopefully, and put it on the battlefield.
Interesting. Expensive, but interesting.
We have one more card. Now, that's all our new cards. But we would be remiss if we didn't at least talk about the ending of the debut video where, spoiler alert, everyone, if you haven't read the story, it's a bit of a spoiler, but if you watched the debut, you already saw it.
Is it a spoiler at this point? Really?
It depends on when you tuned in. You know, people tune in, they tune out. But let's take a look.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Let's take a look at this bombshell that we dropped. This was in the story that was posted yesterday. Not the card, but the fact that Jace is alive and might be overstating it. But here is Jace reawakened. There's a regular version. There is also a borderless version.
So +1 draw card, discard card. +1
illusion, or coming out of an illusion where he was posing as
hand. If you do, it becomes plot.
Which is a big story moment. But Dave also
turn on the recast spell, copy it. A spell, not an instant or sorcery.
Yeah, I mean, I think great. We start off with like the start of the text there is sort of like the Sword Avenger text.
That's
like,
I'm excited to see where this card takes off.
Yeah,
that just it felt like
we can't play it till the fourth turn.
I mean,
so
I
that's
can date
weird.
Myself a little bit.
Yeah,
like I'm. I guess infamous for helping design the original Tybalt. So, right, like, you know, we've had some attempts at 2-mana planeswalkers, and that one didn't work out as well as it could have. But yeah, here, you know, this is another take where, right, like, well, if it can't just come down and pose an immediate threat, like there's some more gameplay there. And then I think this card came together. I was pretty excited to put like the plot mechanic on here. I think like. It's actually pretty exciting that you're playing a 2-mana card that can plot a 3-mana card and then like later cast that for free. There's I don't know exactly where this card's at in power level, but yeah, it's doing a lot of pretty cool, exciting stuff. I mean, it's got kind of the standard, loot for the first ability, and the -6 is no joke in terms of what you're getting to do there.
All right, we're getting a bunch of questions. I'm gonna start with the first big one. Is, hey, does this mean we're moving back to more than one Planeswalker a set? No. So the story behind this card, and Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, this was originally part of the epilogue set, and when that was pushed into when the big score was moved into the main set, Jace was also
when people rejected it.
Yeah, right. It was planned for the big score, and then when all said is done, we didn't have to slide around too many cards, but we did swap that with one other card. Just it felt, in terms of like the story, and even we saw today, right? Like the story, like kind of got to this point.
Yep.
By the time we're talking today, so yeah, it felt like we should just put it in the main set, make sure it was like something that it felt like it really belonged in the main set once we like reconfigured everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So not a change to more than one Planeswalker per set. Just special circumstances for this set, and it's a really cool card. Speaking of really cool, Matt, rules questions that I've seen a few times. I have Leyline of Anticipation in play. Can I cast this on my opponent's second turn if I have 2 blue mana?
Yeah, if we bring up Jace's text again, I believe it says during your first, second, or third turn. So if you find some way to be able to cast it off turn, that first ability of Jace does not apply. So good job, you. Yeah. Jace will happily be cast on another player's first, second, or third turns of the game.
Yeah, right.
And then
if you do it right, all 3. I don't know what that means, but
you sure. And then also a question on that middle +1 ability that lets you plot a card. So if you're plotting a card using Jace's ability with that costs 3, you're never once paying mana for that card, correct?
Right, because the ability itself will exile the card and cause it to become plotted.
Yes.
And then on a future turn, when you cast it, you're doing it without paying its mana cost.
Yep.
Now, notably, that card that you cast, the spell you ultimately cast, might have additional costs. For example, it might be a spree card.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, you might have to pay those additional costs, but you're not paying the mana cost.
All right, there we go.
Now, if you have
Speaking
more
of
questions,
paying costs, I just paid almost $20 to intercept the package that I was supposed to get from Tortoise.
Going up on
God!
Oh, really?
MTG.
Yeah.
So
I slam dunked it with the Soul Ring and the D tutor by paying market value.
Read my
Thanks,
article.
Tortoise. But then my dumb ass gave him the wrong zip code, and
if you do have more questions, and I did see more questions about mechanics in chat,
that's okay.
go check out
okay.
that
You're
article. If you still have questions, tweet at us. We can probably help you out.
Tweet at us. We'll totally ignore you.
Collecting Outlaws of Thunder Junction is going to be your source for where is this card found?
All right, we started box 2. If you guys are interested in collectors, let me know. I'll start a box 2 for that as well.
Play boosters and collector boosters, what each of the slots are, where the different treatments can be found. Also being updated today is the card image gallery, and a reminder that our card image gallery has a lot of those features too. So you can select if you can look at a card, you can look at a treatment, it'll tell you what type of pack it's found in, and you can even pre-order stuff.
Yay, a product guide.
That is our show for Outlaws of Thunder Junction. We are going to be back next week with Dave again.
Out of gunpowder, folks.
Gotta
go reload.
And we're going to reveal a ton of cards from the big score and talk about that set as a whole. So definitely tune in next week. Otherwise, check out previews for Outlaws of Thunder Junction all this week and next week on dailymtg.com, on the internet at large, and everywhere you can learn about Magic. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Rustle up some trouble. Yeah. All right. Well, that was a lot to be mounted.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, craziness. There's some good stuff in there. I can't, besides the story, I'm gonna say it wasn't disappointing. So
I think it's fun. I think the best way to describe the experience as a whole is going to be fun. Am I going to say that it's the best set in Magic? Probably not. Is it going to be the worst set? Also probably not. Is there going to be a large part of Magic consumers that probably turn their nose away from it? Yeah. You know, I don't think everybody in this ecosystem is really fans of Cowboys, but I don't want to speak for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot more gamers than Cowboys playing Magic, you know what I'm saying? But you know, the fantasy's there and it's interesting.
I was worried at first. The battles were filling in slowly. But we already started the second box for play boosters. If you guys are wanting me to start a new collector box, you can. Again, here is the details. There you go. Hashtag battles. I'm going to try to keep that list current on any upcoming battles. So yeah, that should be the new command coming forth if you want to know if anything's going on. We filled our first box of play boosters, so that's cool. And we did finish off collectors today, too, so that's cool. We can start another one. Yeah. Gunslinger should be a pinger. I agree, man. I need more pingers for my dinos, dang it. But, what do you guys think in chat? Are you in? Are you kind of got a little semi raging? Or you're just like, oh, hell no? Let me know.
I might have to get in on a box battle. If not, I'll probably end up just getting myself a single play booster box, to be honest with you, just so I can get in on this set. The lands, the deserts look really fun.
Oh, I want the deserts, yeah. And in foil, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's I'm not sure the exact combo, but with old Get Rog, you can definitely break those deserts. It's going to be nice.
I can see myself playing a lot more Arena in the next coming months to really hone down all the mechanics, right? Because there's going to be a lot of moving parts to Magic moving forward.
Yeah, I think the mechanics this time around are a little bit more dynamic, or I like them a little bit more than Murders. So,
okay.
Yeah, with Pinger with Death Touch, activated ability, yeah. Saw some interesting stuff there, but it always happens when they show the rares and mythics. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Dobby, we were live, so I couldn't. We need your clip, buddy. It's been forever.
Master has given Dobby a sock.
What? I didn't.
Master has presented Dobby with clothes. Dobby is free.
That's right. Socks. Yes. And big thanks to your brother again for joining the Patreon. So it's going to be super fun. Hell yeah. You're welcome, man. I know you're like, I'm fainting it. Oh, man. Well, I kind of want to digest the cards a little bit more, but I have my work cut out for me the next couple of days as I will make the card that you can actually see on the screen. We've already had some spoilers, so I'm going to avoid all those. Maybe include the ones from today on Thursday. So make sure you guys tune in Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern or 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for MTG Roundtable. We'll be covering all the spoilers up to date. Plus, we have some big news. April 18th, they get to reveal my sponsor, and you guys are going to love it because you don't have to pay a single dime unless there's a promotion to do so, but you don't have to pay a single dime. You can support me and get in on a bunch of giveaways, so it's pretty sweet. But I can't reveal nothing until the 18th, guys.
Well, that's
Kevin
exciting.
Says, yes, I'm super excited. Yas, Queen. I'm stoked. A few cards look decent, but most of it looks like a pass. I think that I'll get a few cards in packs, but looking more towards MH3 and Bloomburrow. I can't afford MH3, but I'm going to try to go hard in the paint for Bloomburrow for sure. I hope to get a couple packs if I can, but man, my guy still has not gotten back. He's at a Flesh and Blood tournament, so when he gets back, he should get pricing to me. So sit tight, guys. I will get pricing on MH3 as humanly possible. Right now, though, it's still looking around 5. Some stores are offering it for 4 if you're lucky. You might want to jump in on that. I don't know, TCG dude. I think they are doing that price because they might do something really dumb with serialized. You know what I'm thinking?
Oh yeah, brother. You know they are thinking they have something up their sleeve, but all of the consumers are going to be like, "¿Por qué? Why?"
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I could think that justify that big price coming out the gate.
Yeah.
Again, this is rumor, speculation. Obviously, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, which is actually that's pretty normal. But my big conspiracy theory, guys, serialized fetches. That's the only thing I could think that can justify that $500 price point. You know what I mean? But that would be smart. So maybe not. Right?
I think so, sir. If I have to be honest with you, I just got
Probably
pulled away for half a second there.
Oh, no, I said my tinfoil hat is the only thing I could think of to justify the price. But again, that would be smart, so maybe not.
Serialized fetch would be crazy, bro.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, that would be dumb. That'd be like, then I can see why it would cost so much. But I kind of doubt that they will. I don't know, man. I don't know. Will be similarly priced to MH2. Has that changed? Yes. It looks like the Amazon purposely put it at a super high price, so we are still expecting them to drop it, but I don't know. I don't know if they will because they had a bunch of people pre-order. So I don't know. I've seen other sites offer as low as what was it, 400 or 375 on collectors, but that price won't hold. Nope.
Well, either way, man, I'm definitely going to be getting in on it. Like this year, I may have to just do 1 box per set.
All right.
But
well, hold off till I get pricing, man.
Absolutely, we can make some magic happen. No purple, no pun happening there.
Yeah, right. So yeah, if anyone else wants in on battles, I did set up box 2 for play boosters. If there's interest on collectors, I will start that. But if y'all that are in for the first box, you guys can go ahead and send in if you haven't already. I know there's a couple that will send in at the end of the week. But yeah, lots of taxes and fun stuff. Yeah, no, I hear that. It's the same for Canada, Dobby, but I don't know which is worse as far as their uptick in price, because I know you got import fees and all that, so they just save it all for your consumers. Gotta love that, right? But yeah, if you guys are interested, holler. Again, it's battles. All right, so if you're not in already, again, it is #yeehaw. So if you have not jumped in, by all means, get in. I'll probably jump in on a future set battle, DJ. Okay, cool. Well, let me know. We got Naughty Bot going on right meow. It is yeehaw. It looks like I got most of y'all in there already, but I want to give you guys another shot. So far, I got Benson, Brandon, that's Local Tacos, BrianGilesMTG, Dobby, Investable Collectables, Juggalokev, Justin Tyranny, K-Torque, Kevin Hine, and TCGDude. If you guys are just tuning in, make sure you guys smash the like and, of course, the subscribe button. That's how we thrive. And you, too, will be able to jump in on some free giveaways. So, again, it's #yeehaw. And I will only be able to spin this off once as I am limited. I got less than 5 packs left from the giveaway box. So I do want to save some. So this will be the only spin for this stream. Again, jump in if you haven't already. It is #yeehaw. How many battles per box or spots? Here you go. It is !battles. I'll go ahead and do that for you, buddy. And this gives you the rundown on the real short, but you obviously can check that out in Discord for the full listing. Play booster, $15 a seat. You're getting 3 packs. There's going to be 10 people in that battle. Battle CMC to win 3 packs to high or low. In collectors, there's going to be 5 seats, so that's 44 a seat. 2 packs you keep. Battle your CMC on high and low to win an additional 1 pack to the high and 1 pack to the low. So again, we just started box 2 on the play boosters, so you could jump in on that if you want. And I am more than happy to start a new collectors while I still have these pre-release prices. Kind of competitive for we are competitive for collectors. Unfortunately, the play boosters, there's just no way I can touch it. But hey, it's still not bad. Hella cheap battle. $15 to get 3 packs. That's probably better than most retail stores. So not bad. I mean, y'all got shipping, so I kind of whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, jump in if you guys can. Cool. Let me know if you want in. It is in the Discord. If you guys have not joined the Discord yet, by all means, do so. I do have a giveaway going on in there. 2 people are going to win a pack each from a promo I'm going to be putting up after I put up the YouTube video. That way I can have all the links there. There's also going to be 2 packs that you could possibly win one of on Facebook. The video is going to be coming up here soon for the YouTube giveaway. Will be by way of a short, so keep an eye out for that. It might be hidden as I am trying to get some new subscribers and new eyeballs on the channel. So here is that. Here you go. Discord, if you're not in already, hop on in it. Yep. All right. So those are the battles. Those are the things. Was there anything you wanted to chat before we bounce out, TCG dude? Or I think you. Oh, there you are. Yeah.
As far as the set goes, I'm just happy in general. And it's near my birthday, the release date.
Nice.
So yeah, double whammy there. That's always fun to double up. If I may just shameless plug for half a second.
Yeah, actually, let me pull it up for you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I currently have in my possession a 2014 core set Chinese simplified booster box. It's a draft booster box. Now obviously non-English, right? But this is still tournament legal, totally playable. Crispy condition from an eBay seller I bought from, I don't know, maybe 15, almost 24 in boxes now. I'm not even joking, bro. So anywho's, it's a box battle, 6 seats. I currently have 3 filled up. Just looking to fill 3 seats. It's $20 a seat. You get 5 packs out the gate for your $20. And then of course the CMC high-low battle. High CMC gets 3, low gets 3. I'm looking to do the live stream in 2 days on Thursday or next week on the 4th, which is going to also be a Thursday. So this Thursday or next Thursday, depending on how fast we can fill this battle. So 3 seats, $20 a piece. Don't care if somebody fills it all and it's just me versus them or me versus 3 other people, however it works out. So yeah, really excited about that. There's some bangers in here like Darksteel Forge, the Archangel Thune, Liliana. Yeah, and then the foil multiplier is not too bad. So I don't know. Fun set. Thank you for letting me show.
Yeah, no problem. There it is in the Discord. It's down in Squirrel Games right now. And Squirrel Games is going to be popping up here soon as well. Core got the new camera, and he is currently working hard on setting up some games. I'm probably going to be working with the 570 MTG if he's available, and possibly Blissful Bash. We'll see. But we're going to start a series of once or twice a month, the Squirrel Games. It's going to be fun. Lots of different games that you guys can jump in and hang out and have fun. So, yeah, it's 20 for 5 packs. Yep.
Hell yeah. Thank you, my man. Yeah. And if you have any questions, you can always at me on Twitter or Discord at TCGDude.
Nice. Y'all. All right. Well, I think we should step off into a danger meeting. Thank you guys for watching. It's been awesome. Again, if you guys want to hop in the battle, holler at me. If you're not on Discord or Facebook, I haven't posted the battles there on Facebook. Feel free to reach out to me. The email is posted in all my videos. It's djlonghairorig at gmail.com. All right, before we go, I almost got away with it. We need to roll off for that one pack. Let's go. All right, Naughty Bot, do your thing, and good luck, everybody. This is the one spin for the show. Here we go. Bam. Rigged. Rigged. Okay.
I swear I didn't slip him a 20. I swear, bro.
Yeah, you bribed the Naughty Bot. I saw it. I
did. Changed Naughty Bot's oil.
Yeah, right? Yeah, sweet talking it. Hey, guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you Thursday for sure. Might be a random one between now and then, but Thursday for sure, 8 p.m. Eastern, Pacific Standard Time. That's Eastern Time, and then 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for MTG Roundtable. We'll be going through all of that. All right. Well, guys, stay awesome, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Adios.